Pat Renwick, Region Bass Buzz. Conservation Mike. This is the guy that holds the whole Bass Buzz together right here. He's the executive producer, basically the genius in charge of all the nonsense that goes on the Region Bass Buzz every Saturday morning. I'm going to give you an exclusive interview right now with Conservation Mike Echterling, a little behind the scenes, so to speak. Conservation Mike Echterling, right here, is a true conservationist. I mean, the guy lives and breathes and bleeds the Little Cal River. I saw you cut yourself once, and it was like Yoo-Hoo that came out. It was kind of like the little,
like Yoo-Hoo?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Little Cal River. Mike, what's the draw to the Little Cal for you, buddy?
It's here. It's home. It's right here in our backyard, and it's an amazing resource, and I'm just trying to get people to use it.
It really is, and the fishing is so good. I didn't when you first told me, Mike, I didn't believe how good that the fishing was, and then I got out there and I'm like, oh yeah, the guy's right, isn't he? I mean, what makes the good fishing in the Little Cal River?
No pressure. Of course, no pressure, and it's all good habitat. You've seen it. It's beautiful habitat.
It is. It's
deep holes and backwaters, and it's all really good habitat.
And you know what, Mike? You're right. The fish are very stupid in there.
That goes to lack of pressure, you know.
Boom! Right, they're easy to catch. That's for sure, Mike. Now, the major deal with the Little Cal River is still concerns of flooding. Okay, let's cut right to the chase. Have there been major improvements on the river? Are you a contributor, and what is your views on the future of this Little Cal River?
Yeah, I'm definitely a contributor to it. I helped to drain thousands of acre feet of water, and now we have the storage that we needed in 2008. The storage was there, but it was already full of water, and now it's not. So we have the storage for new water, and the future is just more and more recreation.
So
more and more people out there.
Mike, what's the concern with South Hammond and where the river runs through there still? I know there's still some issues right there.
The construction project's not finished there. When you get over by Homan Avenue, the construction is not finished. The improvements are not done yet. So that's the big problem there now. But basically from Calumet Avenue, or even from Lyman all the way back east, the construction is done. So now we got to move into maintenance, repairs, and recreation. Get some boat launches out there and get people out there on the river, man.
That's what I'm talking about, boat launches. Now, Mike, when's the construction going to be done?
Now they're saying next year. The Army Corps moves at a Army Corps pace.
Well, Mike, that's kind of like building the puzzle on the coffee table and only doing half of it and saying, I'll finish the rest of this next year, isn't it?
And there's a lot of truth in that. The Army Corps, because they are the project manager, they're the construction, and they're also the inspectors. So they're the beginning, the middle, and the end. They pretty much say whatever goes. And they say, you know, they've said to the commission now, okay, well, this part's done, we're going to give it to you. And then when the commission takes it, they're like, well, wait a minute, this isn't done, this isn't done. Then the Army Corps comes out to inspect it, and they say, nah, it won't pass. So they actually turned it over before it was complete.
Well, what's that all about?
It's the way the Corps works. They're the federal government, they're the ultimate authority, and they do what they want. So we've been stuck in the middle.
So, Mike, I don't get it. I mean, come on, it's a necessity, right? Well, if we get flooding again or torrential downpours, and there is a rise in the river level, South Hammond's going to get it, or are they not?
No, they're protected. They are protected. It needs to be improved, and it needs to be repaired. But the low spots, everybody's aware of where they are. The city of Hammond, the town of Munster, Highland, Gary, Griffith, they're all prepared, and they all are aware of their problem areas. So there's not going to be another 2008. There might be in Calumet City, because Illinois is not doing anything to improve things, but there's not going to be another one in Indiana.
There's not going to be another 2008.
My opinion.
IMO. Mike, real quick, we're going to touch on another topic here, since this is a serious interview. Little break from the Maniacy, Mike. they are not letting fishermen fish on Lake Michigan. There's
Gary?
land in Gary. There's all kinds of restricted areas. Why? What's going on? Why won't they let fishermen fish in Gary? What's the reason?
I honestly, I don't know what the reason is. Right now, the mayor is under the feeling that she can get industry to move in there. Well, we had industry there, and then the industry moved out, and now there's so much that needs to be cleaned up. I bet we got a couple more Superfund sites out there that'll probably be discovered in the near future, and they can't afford to clean it up. And some of the money is there with the Marquette plan, and the fishermen were supposed to be in there, and the agreement was supposed to be there, and the marina was supposed to be there at Buffington Harbor, and it's not. And now they're getting in the way of it. They didn't do it in the first place. They said, oh yeah, we'll get to it, we'll get to it, we'll get to it. And now they're saying we're never going to get to it. And we don't really have a higher authority to go to.
It's ridiculous. I understand certain areas of a lake being closed off for safety issues, or if there's something going on, or it's security. But you know what? It's not, Mike. It's not.
Even the Homeland Security closing the Port of Indiana does not make any sense.
Because you can still get, well, you can't go in there in a boat. You can go in the other areas in a
You
boat.
should be able to go in there in a boat. That's our water, and those are our fish that live in there. And that's a really hot walleye spot.
Absolutely, and the only people that seem to get this is the Hammond Marina. They're the only people letting fish in here.
And it's the same agreement that gets us into Hammond Marina that was supposed to get us into Buffington Harbor. The exact same agreement.
Okay, so here's the bottom line, Mike. I need you to make a plea to the region and to everybody worldwide out there who might end up watching this video. Mike, what do we have to do to get back our fishing spots? I'm handing the mic over to you. You got 30 seconds. Make the plea.
Well, I'm going to call Pete Visklowski's office. I'm going to call the governor's office, and because he's our conservation governor. He set aside a whole lot of places and got a lot of access to other areas. He got an award from Ducks Unlimited for all the conservation work that he's done. And I'm going to call him and say, hey, before November, we need you to get up here and do something with our lake access. We need access to our lake, our water, our fish. It belongs to the people of Indiana, and the people of Indiana ought to be able to use it, especially the people in Gary. They want access to their lake, and they should have it. There's no reason not to. No reason at all.
Awesome, Mike. Hey, this land is our land. This water is our water. Region, make a difference. Come on. Let's get the water back for the fishermen. Pat Renwick,
Conservation Mike.
Region Bass Buzz. Catch you later.